Have you ever met someone who eats, drinks, and sleeps baseball? Well, tonight you will. And if you want to debate a baseball topic, Ric Lessmann is your man. He coached college baseball in St. Louis for 45 years. His teams won over 1,000 games, never had a losing season. Rick coached at Harris-Stowe, Meramec Community College, and Washington University. His Meramec teams went to the Junior College World Series 9 times, and in 1974 they won it all. Some members of that team are here tonight. We'll recognize them. Rick helped 40 players reach pro baseball in several of the major leagues, including T.J. Matthews, Lonnie Macklin, and Neil Fiala, who wore the Cardinal uniform. Rick was a left-handed pitcher who signed by the Yankees, once threw a no-hitter in the minors, but his pro career ended with a bad arm. So tonight, we honor Ric Lessmann and induct him into the St. Louis Sports Hall of Fame. And while we're getting this, with the members of that Meramec team that won the national championship, are they in the audience? Would they please stand so we can recognize them? Where are you guys? Back there. All right. Good round of applause for the Meramec Community College team that won the national championship. I debated baseball with this guy on Sunday mornings on KMOX more often than I probably want to remember. He always seemed to win the argument, too, for some reason. Rick, congratulations. Good evening.
Thank you.
What a long,
my mic's on. It's okay.
What a long, wonderful career, huh?
Well, I'll tell you what, it goes fast. You're talking 45 years. I had really two experiences. The one experience would be at Meramec, where we would bring players in and we would talk to them about, we want you to come because we're going to help you get it, we're going to develop you, help you get a pro contract. At worst, you're going to get a D1 scholarship someplace. And we started that. And it worked, and we got going early, and it snowballed, and we were getting good players year after year. And one of the things that we had to do there is that we were going to move them on to four-year colleges with scholarships. We had to get them ready academically, so we had to strive along those lines to get that done. And then the funny thing is, I retired, not retire, but I just had kind of a spell in which I said, I've had enough of this kind of recruiting, which was, I went on for 27 years doing that, and I moved to Washington U, which is just kind of the opposite of it. I'm a graduate of Washington U, and I thought it'd be kind of fun to coach there. And I was 17 years there, and you had the opposite with, you had to recruit somebody that was going to have a 34, 33 ACT or a 2400 SAT, and try to get them to be a good baseball player at the same time.
But you had the smartest team in town, right?
Oh, they were smart. My biggest problem was getting the laptops out of the dugout.
How has it changed? You know, when you talk about amateur baseball like that at the collegiate level, has it changed much in all those years?
Yes, and I'll tell you how it's changed. When we started at the junior college, and it was my first year there was 1967. I think the year was 1967. We ended up with players that were really the best around. There were at that time there were about 400 junior colleges playing baseball at that time, and many of the players that came from the junior colleges were going into professional baseball. That's why they went. The rule was, if you went to a four-year institution, you had to wait till you're 21 or your class graduates for you to be eligible to be signed by a professional team. If you went to a junior college, you could be signed at any time. You better believe I used that as my hooker to get these good players in, and we were lucky in the early going, and it snowballed, and we did get some pretty good players.
I call this guy the baseball doctor. When I would have him on Sunday mornings, he would make house calls on the air, and we'd had some pretty good debates, didn't we?
We sure did. I remember in our early
I disagree with you a lot.
Oh, yeah, but I always got to put you in your place.
Would we have one member of the Meramec team to come up? We have a wonderful plaque for you guys, and Greg is going to honor Ric Lessmann with his plaque. Welcome, Ric Lessmann, to the St. Louis Sports Hall of Fame.